Hi Metalheads, willkommen zu METALHEADS FOREVER, schon Nummer 648 am 12.09.2023. Schnell dabei seid zur ersten Show in dieser Woche, zur ersten Double-Feature-Show. Und heute haben wir spezielle Gäste aus Israel, nämlich eine coole Band, nämlich Tillian. Zwei sind davon eine Band und das ist sehr interessant, das ist der Progressive Metal Hardrock. Das ist jetzt nicht nur Metal, sondern da ist sehr viel zu entdecken mit einer unglaublichen guten Sängerin und einer Wahnsinnsband. Also, seid gespannt. Und im zweiten Teil der Sendung gibt es halt ein vorproduziertes Interview mit dem US-Powerhouse-Metal-Sänger Bob Mitchell. Ein sehr sympathischer und auch geiler Soundtrack dazu, viele Videos. Das wird sehr, sehr cool. Bleibt also dran. Nach dem Interview mit Tillian gibt es noch Metal Made in USA. So, heute international und ihr müsst heute wieder natürlich Englisch hören. Hilft nichts, das hilft gar nichts heute. Aber es ist sehr cool und wir sagen, heute haben wir erstmal bevor ich loslege, unsere lieben Zuschauer auf Facebook, wie immer, rüber zu YouTube, da spielt die Musik bis zum bitteren Ende. Seid so gut, im Facebook weiß ich nicht, wie lange das geht, okay? In YouTube bis zum Schluss und zwar coole Mucke heute. Und ich würde sagen, wir fangen heute mit einer Band an, die habe ich bis heute noch gar nicht gekannt. Heute erst gefunden und dachte mir, die spiele ich und vielleicht gefällt es euch, schreibt es mir, Daumen hoch und da lade ich sie ein natürlich. Und zwar Crow's Flight heißen die. Conqueror ist der Song. Ich würde sagen, erstmal die Vorankündigung, was euch heute erwartet und dann gleich Crow's Flight. Ich würde sagen, let the madness begin right now.
You
Guten Morgen, Crow's Flight heißen die. Sehr, sehr geil. Gefällt mir, die lade ich auf alle Fälle ein. Ich habe gesehen, mein lieber Freund Ecki Klein ist da. Servus. Danke, dass du wieder im Künstlerpool teilst. Aber natürlich, die Sendung, bloß dass ich es klar sage, wird nach der Sendung, wenn es vorbei ist, gelöscht. Nicht, dass es dann die Leute wundern, wo ist denn die Show hingekommen. Die wird nach der Sendung immer gelöscht. Nur im YouTube bleibt es natürlich erhalten. Am besten, alle, die wo jetzt gerade, wo ich gerade gesehen habe, einen Haufen Herzchen sogar bekommen und Likes auf Facebook, bitte rüber zu YouTube. Ich weiß nicht, wie lange es geht. Denn das ist wundert, dass die Show so kurz ist. So, liebe Freunde, ich würde sagen, los geht's. Ich würde sagen, Tillian und Frozen Sun, der erste Song. Und den Song hören wir zum Schluss noch einmal. Cooles Video und so geht's los. Tillian und dann auch gleich in Farbe das Interview. Attacke.
Down.
Frozen Sun, Tillian. Und jetzt freue ich mich auf Alex und Offer from Tillian.
Hi, reaching everyone.
Your name is Offer or Oper?
Offer. You said it perfectly.
Offer. Okay, perfect.
It's like an offer you can't refuse.
Yeah, offer you can't refuse it. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
This is the second time we have somebody from a band from Israel here. The very first time was Ali Betran and Ophias Blade.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You're friends with them?
Oh yeah, actually we know them. We constantly meet her at shows.
Yeah, I played a couple of times in their show as a guest cellist.
Okay. You know, it reminds me very much. Your music reminds me very much to the Adis. It's not similar, but it's especially how your vocalist, how she sings, it reminds me very much to the Adi. And if you see Adi again, say hello. She just got a baby not long ago, huh? And greetings from the METALHEADS FOREVER Rockcast Show from Richie and our community, of course. All right, I would say ladies first. We have you are not a singer. He looks like, I think it looks like your sister. Tell me something. Is she your sister?
She is my sister.
I knew it.
And we also living together, so that's we're inseparable.
All right. I thought they look so similar. This must be the sister.
Also, when they
also, you know, when our last name is the same, that's also a clue.
Okay. You know, our show starts always the same. We want to know who is the metalhead, how you became a metalhead, how you became a rocker, how you became a cello player. You know, we start with you, Alex.
Yeah.
Go back to your childhood when you start as a musician.
Well, I started playing the cello when I was 6 years old. I was classically trained, but I didn't really find myself in the classical world. And when I was about 16, 17, I started writing the songs and doing Tillian with Leah, and also playing.
Leah is the singer.
Leah is the singer, my sister,
yeah.
My lovely, 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 amazing sister.
Where is she?
She's under the weather, unfortunately. So we sent her best wishes.
Best wishes, of course.
Yeah, and so I've started to do more blues and rock and metal bands and projects. Now I actually play a lot of Arabic music. But yeah, I'm a not so classically trained cellist.
And I mean, like, Leah groomed you up to be a metalhead,
Leah groomed me up
to
be a metalhead. She taught me right. She introduced
me. Is she the one who brought you to metal?
Well, yeah.
So as a cello player, I don't know what kind of idol you have, or is there a band you said, oh, I want to be on stage? How?
Honestly, have you heard the Leprous cellist? Rafael, I don't remember his last name. He played in the last 2 albums, and he's now playing with them live as well. And he has the most awesome Meshuggah cello cover on YouTube. You should check it out. Mm-hmm. And he's a really virtuosic cellist. And when I was younger, I really, really loved Apocalyptica, obviously. It's a band of 5 cellists playing Metallica covers and 2 cellos and stuff like that.
It's unusual, you know, for metal to have a cellist, but you know, it fits. It's cool. It gives a vibe.
I'm a half-time rhythm guitarist at Tillian. On the cello.
That's our running joke. That like half the time she plays cello and half the time it's actually she does guitar parts, all the solos and quick runs and whatever, and her distortion rivals mine. So
I like very much how her persona on stage. You're the second front lady, bang your head and the hair flying, looks cool, Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, very, very cool. All right, Offer, your story.
My story is so much more boring than Alex's. I have like the typical, grew up as a teenager, liked rock music, and as a guitar player who idolized other players who played faster in my youth. That's what I wanted to do. And that's how I got into progressive rock in general. And that's how I found out all about all these like prog metal bands and like those sort of things, and grew to love them.
For example,
Pain of Salvation is one of my biggest loves. I started out with Dream Theater, like any other prog metal.
That's what I thought. Dream Theater must be a little bit.
It's a stage that you have to start, or
especially your drummer and of course guitar. It reminds me very much to some parts of your songs on Dream Theater. It's like, and I ask you because I was listening to the whole album and your videos, and I think it's not metal. It's metal, yes, but there is something. And then I ask you, I said, we will. Many people ask the same question, and we say it's art rock. It's not hard rock, it's art rock. So combined with the videos also, and let's say Frozen Sun. We'll talk about this song later because this will be your kick-out song.
Mm-hmm.
So what guitar-wise, what is your influence? You say that's the man. He made it happen for me.
So it's funny, when I started out playing music, I started in a band that did Radiohead and Muse covers. So it's true that like Muse are closer to metal, but Radiohead are very like alternative rock. So like in my youth, I really liked like Johnny Greenwood and stuff, and guitar players that were into like soundscapes and noises and that sort of things, and not like necessarily like hyper technical things. But with time, I grew to love melodies and like things that are that you can kind of that stick in your head for longer, and my focus shifted to like Australian progressive rock. So there's like Carnival and the Butterfly Effect and those sort of things where you have like very cool and catchy melodies, but also like a cool riff that you can find yourself in, and that's my go-to these days.
I tell you something. Before Adi and Orpheus played, there's a metal scene existing in Israel. Because Israel is not the country, I think America, England, Australia, Germany, and Europe. But I was amazed, there is a scene. And
there is a scene, yeah.
Yeah, of course. No, and it's also similar, not similar, but it goes in this way like Orpheus played.
So how does our scene is very, very diverse. It's quite extensive and very diverse. We have things from from thrash to hardcore to death metal, progressive metal, math metal, and everything in between. And even a few bands made it out from Israel. I think the most famous one is Orphanland.
They're a band fusing Oriental music with metal.
I think I have to make one show, Israeli special. I want to know. It's interesting.
Just one.
Yeah, in all the shows, have set up one and get some bands together. It's cool. I see somebody already greets you, and this I will show you now. Who says hello? Gisela says hello to you.
Hello, Gisela.
And Hügi says hello.
Hügi. Hey.
Peter Krause says hello. Ihr da draußen, haut's mal ein Hello raus. Haus gleich auf den Screen, die freuen sich jetzt gerade. Ja.
Yeah, our friends are very good. Yeah.
You read the comments, or?
Yeah.
And now we found out where they are.
Okay, good. Yeah, because the private chat is only for us. There's not some bands they're mistaken, and then they're saying hello guys, and so no, it's only me, you and I. All right. So, my friends, there are not so many videos. There are many live videos. Today we have more live videos than normal videos. So I helped out a little bit, and I was listening to the whole album. I said, okay, what jumps on me? And there was a song called Monster. And the first what offer asked me why you choose this song. I said, oh great. I mean, I like it when there's two songs I really like beside the others, and and we play now Monster, and then you tell me later what is all about the song Monster, okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
Great.
And here we go. Enjoy.
to pull you in. Every moment was magic, and that's the core of my pain. Dark and twisted magic, I'll do it all again if I had my innocence back. I'm conquering my longings, close down every crack. I won't give in now. You say I never let you sleep. You can't sleep now. You can't sleep till you die. You can't sleep away your life.
Yeah, I love it. Especially the flamenco part. It's cool. Unexpected.
It is.
First I thought, yeah, it goes right in, to the mood of dream theater, and then flamenco. Wow.
That's
Who
one
come-
of the reasons we were surprised you chose this song, because it's not a typically arranged song. No part comes back at all. It's just kind of like scenes in a play more.
Of course, I chose this song first because it started hard. and I need I need a little bit heaviness in the show.
The whole song.
But when I listen to the songs, and I like this. This is especially now. I have to ask Leah, your singer, is she trained? Because she has a quite range, and she brings a lot of feelings in her singing. So she has a classical training or
No classical training. She learned over the years through some vocal trainers in Israel. And for example, Noah Uman from Stardust, also a big metal band from Israel. But I think she just brings the feelings from inside in a really direct way. That's the special thing about her singing.
Definitely, she brings the feeling. She transfers to the microphone. She and I like her hicks what she does in the songs, like unexpected, you know, and this shows that she is comfortable in front of the microphone. She does a great. And I just see before. I apologize. We had another one from Vidi from Seventh Station.
Yes.
Was also already in our show.
Yes, Vidi is a dear friend. Actually, he's
Here
a
we go.
wonderful person. He plays in another progressive metal band, Subterranean Masquerade. They're great.
Yeah, and they're also really killing it here in Israel and also abroad.
Yeah, they're very, very cool. The Vidi is excellent. There's a lot of excellent musicians in Israel. I heard already, so I'm impressed. Cool. So I have a little bit cold. So if I have something, I'm coughing, I mute my microphone. I don't want to bother you with my coughing here. So the song Monster. First we talk about Monster, then we talk about their album.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me the story, Monster.
So it's not your like typical love song, a Monster, but it is about relationships. More like I see it as like an evolution of a relationship where there is some bitterness, and the bitterness festers, and like no party is at fault, but you kind of start to see the cracks in the relationship, and like Alex said, it's like scenes from different stages of this relationship, and how how at the beginning every relationship like is all about about
Butterflies.
Everyone brings out their best side, but then you start to get to know each other, and sometimes things come up which are not so nice or not as healthy, and that brings out all these raw emotions out from inside.
Yeah, I understand. It's sad actually, I mean, it's sad that it ends always in a out war, and fight, and let's say I am divorced since 2000 and better friend than ever. So this was a successful divorce. So it didn't work out when we were together, but later on we are friends. So it's cool.
But I mean, that's the beauty of just an art in general. It allows you to capture a moment in time. It allows you to express a range of emotions that are difficult to convey in other mediums. Even if it's not the exact same story, anyone can find a way to relate to that in their own personal story.
Yeah, it always brings me to the same conclusion: live now, enjoy now. Because what was, you don't know, it was already, and what comes, we don't know. But enjoy the moment and enjoy the beauty of this love feeling, because it's a beautiful feeling. If you're in love, it's the most beautiful feeling ever, But after a while, I always say it's about 7 years now. Cheers, we drink on this now. All right, let's talk about your fantastic album and this cover art. You have to explain to me, what is this exactly?
Well, first of all, I would like to say the artist who designed it is Inbar Kasavi. She's a really amazing Israeli artist. It's sort of the story of transformation. There's this old sort of biblical proportion skeleton of a whale, and through that whale and through this death, in a way, rose this
something
lotus.
beautiful. Yeah, a
Yeah,
lotus.
something beautiful and
Yeah.
shining, and this exact process.
I was looking at this. Okay, what this means? This skeleton is this a rotten flower? Is this a root, or what is this? A whale? So now I know it.
It's not specifically a
it's-
whale, but we're thinking about it as like maybe a leviathan, like a mythical beast, something that is
Rooted in ancient wisdom, in a way.
All right. This is already from last year, right? This was a year old. This album.
Graveyard came out in 2019.
Yeah.
19. Oh, right.
Yeah. And we are currently working on our second album, which is going well, and is also another step in the way for us. It's going to be very interesting.
So I ask you here in the chat, is there a link people can buy the physical album?
Yeah, we have a Bandcamp page.
Can you put it the link to the private chat, because I have only the website. There are only the digital down links.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. 1 second.
Yeah. All right.
For those
Now
who
we-
actually still have physical way to play a CD.
Yeah. I tell you what, our viewers and our fans here in the show, they buy the stuff. They want the CD or the album in a hand. You have no vinyl. You have only CD, right?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a CD.
Yeah. All right. So I would say we have now a Björk cover,
Yeah.
Right.
and we play this now. This song called you can announce it.
Yeah.
Yoga by Björk.
Yes, Yoga by Björk, and now watching you guys on stage, and here we go.
Enjoy.
All these accidents, they happen. Just follow the dots. Coincidence makes sense only with you. You don't have to speak. I feel emotional landscapes. They puzzle me, and the riddle gets solved, and you push me up to the state of emergency. How beautiful to be states of emergency is where I long to be. All that no one sees, you see what's inside of me. Every nerve that hurts, you heal deep inside of me. You don't have to speak. I feel emotional landscapes. They puzzle me,
Great.
Thank you.
And congratulations to these fantastic voices in a band. Wow.
Thanks. Yeah,
That's live.
We love working on vocal harmonies, and we try to encourage each band member to contribute to the.
Yeah, and then it's especially like we've taken this up a notch even in the new album we're working on. Right now, we have like 4 and 5 vocal harmonies happening in our live show.
Yeah.
So there's no
Which is
overdubs, there's
more
no
rock.
tape. This is everything live, right?
Everything is live.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's
Very,
really
very cool.
influenced more by the old school band prog rock, like Gentle Giant, all singing together.
By
That's
the way,
very cool.
If you're curious how we work on this and how we practice this, we have a TikTok account where sometimes we upload like our vocal practices, and sometimes also when it goes wrong. So if that's kind of your thing, you can look up at TikTok to see that.
In one way, this is like a musical. Reminds me very much Barbra Streisand, how she works with the voice, and these nice melodies.
Mm-hmm.
Is she somehow a little bit influenced on Leah?
To be honest, no,
I don't
not
think
so
so.
much.
But I'm kind of imagining her reaction.
But
when we
yeah.
She will be shocked. She will kill me. Say, what the fuck?
No, of course
No.
not. But we are influenced by some singer-songwriter, for example, Bjork, but
Yeah.
also Tori Amos and Fiona Apple and Regina Spektor and Amanda Palmer, if you know her. So that's also...
As Liza Minnelli, to talk about the greats, the big ones. This is, if it comes to music, they are fantastic to doing this. Huh? And another cool song. So how you choose the songs? You cover quite a lot, no? So
it's funny, this specific show that you're showing, like these clips are from our album debut show for Lotus Graveyard, and we kind of wanted to do covers that bring kind of like the myriad of influences that we have. So we have like Bjork on one side, which is like very avant-garde alternative rock stuff, which we took and then like put a twist on it, right? Because there's like
give them a twist,
metal, there's the doom metal part at the end that Bjork doesn't have, and and there are other covers who are like on the other part of the spectrum for our influences, and that's kind of like Tillian in a nutshell. We kind of like take all these influences from all these different musical artists and blend them together to something that is communicative and emotional and melodic.
cool.
But you can also headbang too.
Yeah, there are parts, of course. We stay a little bit on the soft side now. This is now in the middle of the interview, and the second song I chose from the album, and I did it actually another video, but then you told me before, hey Dad, we have actually a lyric video. So, oh, where is it? So now, just before I had to download it and prepare it. It's a great song, but it's a now with the lyrics it's much better, of course, because now you can read, and I like this song very much. It's a soft song called "I'm Too Close," and listen first, then you tell me the story, okay?
Well done.
Jetzt mal zurücklehnen ihr draußen und jetzt mal schon auf, excuse me, and I have to talk a little bit German. Heute hat unsere liebe Stefanie, sei gegrüßt da draußen, ihr Tablett bekommen. Zum ersten Mal schaut sie sich die Sendung auf ihrem Tablett an. Also liebe Stefanie, ich hoffe, dass es passt für dich. Ich habe sie gesagt, das wird dir heute sogar gefallen. Sie mag ja auch sowas, solche Musik. Und liebe Stefanie, ich hoffe, dass es alles gut ausschaut. Im Großen, sehr, sehr gut vom Handy auf Tablett. What an achievement. Sehr cool. So, Freunde, los geht's. Ein toller Song, I'm Too Close. And here we go.
I'm too close for him to dream about me. I don't flutter over him, not fleeing him under the roots of trees. I'm too close. I'm close for him to dream about me. I don't flutter over him, not fleeing him under the roots of trees. I'm too close, not with my voice sings a captured fish. The ring doesn't roll from my finger. Too close for him to enter as the guest, before whom the walls part. I'm too close for him to dream about me. Riches rust in density, fallen the leaves, bare are the roots of trees. I'm too close. Never again will I die so readily, so far beyond the flesh, so inadvertently. Too close, I hear the hiss and see the glittering husk, immobilized in his embrace. Pull me limited to my own form, but I was a birch tree. I was a lizard. I emerged from satins and sundials. My skin shimmering in all the different colors. I possess the grace to disappear from astonished eyes. I'm too close. I'm too close. Too close. I'm too close. I'm too close for him to dream about me. All those cakes I played fill up the room. He can't see them, he can't see me. I'm too close. I'm too close for him, hiding my skin. Too much flesh and blood for him. He yearns for one yet to be seen. In this night too close, a valley now grows in her for him. Oh, curly, out of reach, cold dark by a snowy mountain, Cynthia's I'm too close to fall out of the sky for him. Screams would only awaken him. I'm too close. I'm too close. Too close. I'm too close.
Yeah, a lot of feeling. Your microphone is muted.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can say that for sure.
Before we talk about this song, we have to say thank you to Annette from Red
Yeah.
Lion Music.
Of course.
She made it happen. In case she watches. Annette, danke für die Empfehlung. Immer wieder gerne. Yeah. That brings me to the next question. you have Annette as the promoter for concerts. Are you coming to, for example, to Europe, to Germany?
We're working on some things. There's nothing I can say for certain right now, but we definitely have plans to come and play in Europe. And I hope that when we do have something to announce, once we have something to announce, we'll announce it.
Very cool. And you have the website. I will also put the website on. Then you have also the digital downloads of, for example, where you can get everything. And let me post it here now. All right. So here is the link to the Tinnerman with all the links to your social medias. And I have to say hello to Mr. Frenchie. Frenchie, sei gegrüßt, unser lieber Schorsch. Servus. Und welch zarte Himmelsgesänge. Ja, genau. Für alle, die jetzt gerade einschalten, sich aber wo bin ich heute gelandet bei Metalheads Forever? Irgendwie ist es ein bisschen anders als sonst. Das zeigt ja auch die Sendung aus. Wir sind offen für alle Stilrichtungen im Metal. Und heute haben wir mal Progressive Metal aus Israel mit einer Twist to Art Rock. Sehr, sehr cool. So, tell me about I'm Too Close.
Well, I'm Too Close is also a song about relationships and specifically about the moment in a relationship when you're so close to someone who can't see you as something to admire or as something separate from him enough, or when things get too normal or things get too much on the day-to-day stuff, you can't see the second person clearly enough. It's influenced by a poem written by Wisława Szymborska about the same, I'm not sure with the same name, but never mind. And in the end, yes, the realization that in a relationship you need to be close, but also to find where and how you can drift apart.
If you have to drift apart.
Or maybe it's like, ebb and flow.
Let's say, when you get older, they have some advantage. When I get older, you know what you did wrong in the first place years ago, or
you get better at it.
Decades. Yeah, you know what is the recipe for maybe a long lasting? It's first of all, second the two different rooms where you sleep. So give your partner some freedom, and you have freedom too. If you're too close.
If you extrapolate that to the generic, outcome is that you need to maintain a good self of sense in a relationship, like not lose yourself in the relationship. So you have two individuals in a relationship, not just a relationship. So if you don't lose yourself, I guess that is the better, like the good recipe for successful relationship.
And the dangers of a too symbiotic relationship in a way.
Yeah. All right, my friends, we are in middle. We have 3 more songs, and now we come to a song that Offer already said. Thank you that you choose this song because you admire Pain of Salvation, right? This is actually
all 3 of us do, but yeah.
It's funny because like the way I know Leah is from a Pain of Salvation concert. Like, that's how we met.
Okay.
And we went to a Pain of Salvation concert in Athens, and 7 years later we're in the same band together. So
when you started the band, Tillian, and where the name come from? You have a story to this?
The name is the name of character Leah used to choose for online fantasy video game. And we imagined her as the sort of bit mystic in the heart and the forest, and does her magic where nobody can disturb her.
She's like the spiritual, entity that drives the band forward. And a funny story about that is that like we're Tillian with two L's, but sometimes people write Tillian with one L, and then they get to like the social media presence of Tillian Pearson from Dance Dance Gavin, which is like an American rock band. And
I know because accidentally I download one song and I thought there is something wrong. This is not the same band.
Metal.
Yeah, that's not. No,
But
this
it's
is
funny
something.
because sometimes we get new fans that search for the other Tillian and they get to us and they go, "Wow, this is a nice surprise." We're like, yeah,
And maybe hit the same for him. You know.
We hope so.
Yeah.
Pain of Salvation. You chose the song Chain Sling. Live now, watching you guys on stage, and here's Chain Sling. Attack and enjoy.
Please let me be yours, please never leave, please stay here close to me. Your love we share, where is it now? Please let me be better than I was, please don't give up on us. The thought of leaving you, I do not know how. I can feel the pain you have inside, I see it in your eyes, those eyes that used to shine for me. I can feel the wildness in your heart that's tearing us apart. My love, how can I help if you don't want me? There is nothing you can do to help me now. I'm lost within myself, my soul barely hurts before. There's nothing you can do to ease my pain. I'm so sorry, but if you love, you must let go. Two young souls in the dance of the chain-sling love, once forth from the ink of solitude, living to dance in the swing of a rope and walking the heavy land through this interlude of pain. When I lose my one true love, I am falling now. Never still around above. There is nothing you can do to help me now. I'm lost within myself, like so many times before. Nothing you can do to ease my pain. I'm so sorry, but if you love me, you must let go. Two young souls in the dance of a chain-sling love, once formed from the ink of solitude, bidding to dance in the swing of a rope and walking the remedy land through this interlude of pain. When I lose my one true love, please let me be yours, please never leave, please stay here close to me. Your love we share, where is it now? Please let me be better than I was, please don't give up on us. The thought of leaving you, I do not know how. תודה רבה.
Chain Sling. Jawohl. Tillian. Your voice is incredible. That's top notch. How long you practice for this? You get this done?
We have quite of an intensive practice regimen where some practices are with the entire band. We have like practices that are, I don't know, subsections of the band, like just the rhythm section, just like guitar and cello, just, you know. And there's also vocal practices where like a cappella without instruments, where we work on just the vocals. So there's a lot of logistics and planning involved into, you know, making 5 people schedule work and actually be able to, you know, put in on the work.
I forgot ask you before. One gentleman who has this instrument. I don't know even what is this.
Nickelharpa, the one who played with us on the
With
song
the long hair and
Yoga.
the long beard. Yeah.
It's called Nickelharpa. Is also a friend from another Israeli band who more like folk Nordic metal, and this is a traditional Nordic instrument called Nickelharpa. It's really cool. That like the left hand plays sort of pegs like a piano, but you play with the bow. A really kind of like a hardy-gardy, but with a different bowing technique.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. I forgot to ask you before.
As a musician for that specific live show.
He's coming again in one thing. Is it on Black Holes? Also.
On.
I saw him twice, right?
Yeah, he did two songs on that show. I don't remember.
No, it's also he also played on Moonlight Dancer.
Right.
We
Right.
like to make special arrangements or special guests here and there in every show, kind of, and we sort of think about the songs from the beginning in a way and see what each instrument or each guest can bring in, where to put a special solo or instrumental part.
To make every show unique.
Yeah.
Like, to give an extra value to someone who, you know, spend their good time and money and actually come see us.
I'm wondering that your live sound is incredible, great. It's like a live album. So you spend time and money also in this because this is one of the best live sounds ever. This is
Thank
perfect.
you. We'll say it to our
sound engineer.
our sound man.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Well done.
Yeah, we have some really great technicians here in Israel. Ari Aronovich did the sound for all our live shows.
Very, very cool. The second last song, my friends, it's Black Holes. This is the longest one. It's 7 minutes and 2 seconds. Exactly. Live in Tel Aviv.
Yes.
But before we play the song, who writes the lyrics in the band? You together, or is this Lias or?
It differs. Most like Lotus Graveyard, all the lyrics are Laz lyrics. Currently, we're working on lyrics together on our upcoming second album.
Okay, very, very cool. Yeah, of course, she lives these lyrics. Alone how she acts now in Black Holes, you can see how the gesture on stage, you know, she lives it, you know. It's very, very cool song. This would be actually the last song today, but I said, oh no, we have to play Frozen Sun because many of our viewers they're checking later on, so they missed the first song. It's the real cool video with and we talk about later. So Black Holes, live in Tel Aviv, and Attack.
The Black Holes. have
Hab schon noch ein bisschen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're back. 7 minutes later, we're back.
7 months later. Yeah. But, you know, sometimes I think I hear a little bit Frank Zappa.
Yeah, there's some of that as well. I mean, Black Holes is very like our, I don't know, a prog rock, hard-hitting number from Lotus Graveyard, or like we thrown everything we have at it. Like it's got a lot going on for it.
Yeah.
It's the most like, I don't know, prog metal of the bunch, but also has our own twist on it.
Absolutely cool. And I see the comments, and I was thinking the same. The most beautiful hair in rock. The girls, they have hair. Yes, beautiful.
It's true.
Yeah. Definitely, there is the craft. You can hear every musician is excellent in this band.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely cool. Thank you to Annette for invite you guys to the show, and very, very cool.
Thank you for
Is there
having me.
some news you want to share with the fans now before I play the last song? Because it's now the time. No, moment. Nobody asked so far. I will ask today, because I hope you like German beer. Because many of our viewers are from Germany. Do you have to from Chile today? Somebody before I saw.
Oh, yeah.
Chile, yeah. So, Hupen hoch für unsere Gäste. Hupen means
Go on.
the beer, the big beer glasses, and this will normally be always very yellow. This is our appreciation for our guests, to say thank you for your time, thank you for share your music with us. And this is what I like and love on the show. This is the variety. We have so many different styles of metal, and today we had progressive meets art rock. That's
Yes.
cool. So Gisela sends the first round of beer. It looks like this. The George not coming more.
Cheers.
What we need is a picture.
Of us?
Yeah, a picture for the social media. Will be later after the show. I will publish in Facebook and Instagram. So I count to 3, and you give me a nice smile, and whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 1, 2, 3. Got you.
Yes.
Yes. So, the last song is the song I played first. This is the only really, really cool video you have with a special sling. What calls, not sling dancer, or what?
Aerial acrobatics.
Yes, aerial acrobatics.
Yeah. So
Is she a friend of the band?
Yeah, she's a friend. She's a sister of a close friend of Laz, actually. And she's an aerial artist, mostly with the silk, I don't know what they're called, 6 meters. She's amazing. She climbs up 6 meters in the air and does all these amazing things.
This looks dangerous.
Yeah, and she actually felt really connected to the song and wanted to, into the album, and wanted to do a project together.
You was there during the video shoot when she did this acrobatic stuff?
Yeah. So it was like a really long day of a shoot, where like the video has both like the acrobatics and us playing on the stage. And the amazing thing is, I don't know, she was doing this for 8 hours straight, and it's difficult. And the struggle that you see in the video, it's not acting, it's her. After a really long day of being completely exhausted from doing all that, and
But she didn't fall flat to the floor. She managed it.
the parts where she falls, like for the video, those are the only ones where are quote unquote fake, because the video was about like someone who is overcoming a challenge. And it was hard for her to not do it properly, like to fall and miss her cues and whatever. It was really difficult for her to not do it perfectly. So that was a really challenging bit in filming that.
Yeah, cool. So the story from Frozen Sun.
It's so Frozen Sun is about personal transformation. Starting in a certain state and undergoing personal evolution through challenges and obstacles to get to a new state of being and understanding. And the music video kind of mirrors that, in that we have a dancer, an injured dancer, like an injured performer who starts out trying to do her routine, and she can't really, she has her difficulties and she doesn't go the way she wants to. And at a certain point, she overcomes these and transforms into this, a new goddess persona. And in that sense, like with the transfer in the video, you see her
struggle to divine.
Yeah.
In a way.
Okay.
You start her seeing her like in the gray outfit, and she moves into like the red goddess, and does all these amazing stunts. This is like the point in the song where the transformation ends, and she finds herself in this in this new enlightened state, and that is Frozen Sun.
Very cool song, cool video, and bevor I say goodbye, I say hello to Danny. Hallo liebe Danny, hast den Namen geändert. Wunderbar, schön, dass ihr da seid. I thank you. Thank you for the great interview, and give my regards to the rest of the gang, and much success, and work on a new album. We're looking forward to hear and see you again.
Of course. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for having us, Richie.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
Have a great night.
Yes, me too. And I had a great day because I have to work on the songs. So I have more with Tillian to do than our guests today, because they enjoyed sitting on the sofa. I was working on the stuff. So here is Tillian, Frozen Sun. I say thank you and goodbye. God bless, and see you soon. And give my regards to the rest of the gang. Bye. Hier ist Tillian, Frozen Sun. Und ihr draußen dranbleiben. Es gibt noch ein Interview, ein sehr cooles mit Bob Mitchell. Ich glaube, die Gisela, die freut sich schon wie ein Schnitzel gerade. So, jetzt kommt gleich Bob Mitchell, dranbleiben, jetzt wird's heavy danach. Hier ist Tillian und Frozen Sun. Thank you so much. Bye. Good night.
and the eagle is spreading his wings, carving our pieces and bits in this mausoleum, refining the organic parts and wash away the husk. What tools can suffice for this act of salvage and hidden shards? The gray clock, it always counts back to the moment that's never ours. Is a second just long enough? Time seems like an endless crowd, and I weave my jewels to the thread, slip from my hand. I'm done. Must I accept that the cycle has ended, or am I to blame for playing the clown? Time seems like an endless crowd, and I weave my jewels to the thread, slip from my hand. I'm done. Must I accept that the cycle has ended, or am I to blame for playing the clown?
Metalheads forever. I'm Blaze Bailey. You are the heaviest. You are the best. Metalheads forever. Probably the best metal show in the world.
Metalheads Talk. News, Videos, Konzerte und Talk. Mit Richie Newton.
So, da sind wir wieder und wieder mal umschalten da. Wo ist denn mein Background? So, da ist er wieder. So, meine lieben Freunde. So, das waren Tillian aus Israel. Sehr cool. Und jetzt wird es gleich heavy, Freunde. Und zwar ein Powerhouse von Sänger. Und ich hatte das Interview war so ein nettes Interview, muss ich sagen, mit Bob Mitchell. Der hat also über 40 Alben, also 27 Alben, und dann hat er noch Picture Disc und Singles und so, also unglaublich, was der schon aufgenommen hat. Und ihr werdet also viel erfahren über den Ausnahmesänger. Und ich würde sagen, Freunde, ich starte jetzt gleich der Singer, das ist nämlich ein Film, weil ich habe das da vorbereitet, ich habe das da aufgenommen am 28. August, glaube ich, war es gewesen. Und ich glaube, ganz speziell, die Gisela wird sich freuen, das kommt nicht im Interview, kommt irgendwas ganz Spezielles noch für die Gisela. Also, ihr da draußen, viel Spaß mit Bob Mitchell und ich sehe da noch nach dem Interview, okay? Bis gleich, viel Spaß und hier ist Heavy Metal mit Bob Mitchell.
Golden sand, crimson land.
And now, welcome to the show, Mr. Bob Mitchell. Hi, Bob. How are you doing, buddy?
Richie, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. You look good.
Thank you. It's great to see you. And
It's actually 3 o'clock in the morning here in the Philippines, and
wow.
we are where?
I'm in Erie, Pennsylvania, and it's 3
Pennsylvania.
o'clock
Yes.
in the afternoon. Yes, 3 o'clock in the afternoon here.
All right.
And I have to thank you before we proceed. I want to thank you for allowing me the time to be on your show. I feel very privileged and very happy to be here. Thank you.
I'm honest. I checked your bio, you know, and which band you worked already. This is unbelievable. Let's start with this now, because if I read the list, you know, sorry, I have to read now. Only some bands: Face Warning, Metal Church, Sabotage, Raven, Michael Schenker Group, Hellstar, Nuclear Assault, Overkill, Motorhead, Twisted Sister, Anthrax, Manowar, Pantera, and many, many, many more. Holy shit.
These are some of the bands I had the privilege and honor of sharing the stage with, and eventually becoming friends with a lot of those guys. So
Unbelievable.
yeah, it's
This brings me to the first question, Bob. I always start the show same with everybody. I want to know who is the metalhead, how you got infected, what was the trigger, is singing your career, was you a guitar player before, how you became a musician, and most of all, how you became a metalhead.
Well, I'll start from the very, very beginning, if I may.
Absolutely.
The reason why I wanted to be a singer was not metal, guys. It was Dean Martin.
Oh.
He is the reason I wanted to be a singer. I was 5 years old, and I was watching the Dean Martin show with my grandpa. And it was the first time I've seen Dean. And he was, as I recall, he was sitting on a couch with these beautiful women all over him, right? And he's singing, you know how Dean sang, he sang beautifully.
Everybody needs somebody somehow.
Right, exactly. So I'm watching him and I'm like, I want to be him. I mean, how rock and roll was Dean Martin? He was cool.
Well, I must tell you, my first love was Elvis Presley when I saw him from '58, the movie, and I want like be like him, and he followed me throughout my life. And so Dean Martin, continue.
Dean Martin's the same with me. He was my idol then. He's my idol now, and he's the reason I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be him. I mean, who would want to be him? He was handsome. He had a great voice, and he had beautiful women all around him. Now, if that ain't rock and roll, I don't know what is.
And what was then the next step to the hard rock? You told me you was 15 when you had the first band, right?
I was 12.
12. Oh.
12 when I had my first rock band. And the reason why I did rock is because I wanted to fit in with the cool kids. Dean Martin back then was, that's for old people, but it's not considered that way anymore. But back then it was. So to fit in, I kept my love for Dean, and I made that very clear to my friends. I'm like, I'm not going to let go of what I love, but I'll give these other bands a shot. So, I got into the Beatles first and evolved into the Monkees, and then Cream, Led Zeppelin, Sabbath, Nazareth, UFO. I got into all these bands and I loved them all. So my first band, we were covering Nazareth, and we were covering Alice Cooper and the Beatles. And it was such a great time, and it really gave me the education on how to be a rock and roller. And then one day I discovered Deep Purple, and I'm like, I gotta sing like this man right here, Ian Gillan. Ian Gillan is my rock idol, whereas Dean Martin is my overall idol. So Dean and Gillan are up in the same plateau. I will forever love Ian Gillan. And I was 12 years old, 13 years old, singing. What was the song we used to cover by then? Into the Fire. Like Deep Purple.
Cool.
We did a lot of great stuff, and that's actually how I evolved into heavy metal. It was bands like Purple, Nazareth, Black Sabbath, and Cream. And then
this was we're talking about the 70s, right now, right?
Yes.
And of course, then 80s changed everything to new wave of British heavy metal, I guess.
Yes, in the 80s I got into Saxon, Riot, Accept, Iron Maiden. Priest actually began in the 70s, but they evolved in the 80s. But I was a huge fan of bands like Accept and Anvil, Exciter. So early on, I thought they were just magnificent bands, and that's how I became a metalhead. But I never let go of my roots.
Absolutely. That's me, like with Elvis. I never let Elvis go, because he was the beginning for me. And you know why? The legendary rockers or crooners, or this was handmade. This was class. What they has of Frank Sinatra or Sammy Davis Jr. or this absolute world-class performers. They had the perfect tune, the perfect pitch, and the charisma. Yeah.
Those guys to me were the blueprint of how to conduct yourself on stage. Early in my career, I used to, curse because I thought that was the cool thing to do. And then I was advised not to curse because people pay money to see you, and if you're cursing, you're insulting them. And I never saw it that way. And then one day I just stopped cursing, and I've actually had better shows because of it.
Before the interview, I did a little research about you, and I found some great footage from Keep It True, which I will bring in this interview between, and it was in 2008. And you very much remind me how you greeted "Good evening, Germany," like Ozzy Osbourne. This was the way Ozzy. It's similar a little bit, no? Cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but without the cursing. I think what I did was I fed off of the audience, and I gave back what they were giving to me.
Yeah, this was the last time you in Europe, right?
Yes, sir. That was the last time I was there, and trust me, it breaks my heart sometimes because my European audience are some of the greatest people I've ever met. They're loyal, and to this day, they still appreciate what I've done, and that makes me feel really good.
The reason why we have this interview is because of one woman in Germany, and she's a dear friend, and she is in our fan club, the second oldest. She had birthday actually 2 days ago.
Yeah,
She's 70.
Yes, and she looks amazing still. And I
Gisela.
remember, yeah, Gisela. I remember meeting her and her family, and they were just the most beautiful people I've ever met. Gisela was so nice, and they made me feel very welcomed in their home. And I think when I met them, I was performing at the Thrash Till Death Festival, and I was with Attacker at the time, and we headlined that the second night, I believe. But I had the pleasure of meeting her and the family and all the people that lived in that town. I think it was Oldenburg, and it was either Oldenburg or Wolfenbüttel, I forget. But either way, it was such a great time, and I'll never forget their hospitality and kindness. And it's rewarding that to this day, all these years later, she and I are friends, and I recently met her daughters, and we're friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
And they're just beautiful people, and I really, really miss the fans of Europe. So.
When she got the news that I have an interview with you, this is confirmed, she was so happy. So
Yes.
happy. Yes.
She's wonderful. I mean,
Yeah. And thank you, Gisela. Dankeschön. Wenn du siehst, you send me also email, and I will put a picture on now, and you tell me exactly what is the news, because something magical happened. Something
Yeah.
will be re-released. Really? So tell me about it.
oh, these here are my final two releases. The album above is Night Hunter. That's a band Jim Mooney and I put together after he and I left Attacker in the 80s. And the 4 songs that comprised that EP were written for the follow-up to Battle at Helm's Deep. But Jim and I left, and the songs were never used until we recorded them. And then we did that demo, we played out, we did a lot of shows, and because Jim and I were an Attacker together, we already had a built-in audience, so people came to see us regardless. And I remember one show in particular, we played with Twisted Sister, and they liked us very, very much. And we had another show where we headlined the Bayonne Music Festival, and it was shortly after that that it was Jim's idea to break up the band, because he felt as though there was no label interest, and why should we kill ourselves if nobody's interested? And I'm like, give it time. And he's like, Bob, it's been 2 years. I don't want to do this anymore. So that was in '89.
Mhm.
That same year is when I joined Sleepy Hollow. But the Night Hunter stuff, if you people love the Battle at Helm's Deep album, you're going to love these 4 songs, because it's a continuation of the Battle album. And the album below it Well, the name says it all, Unearthed. These are demo sessions and recording sessions that I've done between 1986 and 2016. Now, the most notable demo on there is the 89 demo that Sleepy Hollow released, that was later released on vinyl on Old Metal Records under the title A Legend Retold.
Mm-hmm.
And but along with the Sleepy Hollow demo, there's the Night Hunter stuff as well. And there was a band called Black Star that I sang for a little while. That's on there. There's 3 songs. The 2 leftover Mind Assassin songs that never made the album that I put out are on there. And there was a band called Wicked Sin out of Arizona here in America that wanted a new singer, and we did an entire 6-song EP, but only 2 songs were completely mixed, and it made it to this collection here. So if all of you out there get these 2 releases, that will be everything I've ever done. Because as I said, this was done in between albums. And I have about, counting these 2, I have 28 commercial releases.
28 albums.
28 albums, yes. Now, if you put in the, if you include the singles, the picture disc, the compilation records, what have you, I have a total of 44 commercial releases.
Wow, that is something.
I tell you, for an underground guy, that's a lot. I never thought I'd make 2 albums, let alone have 44 total releases. And
44, that's an achievement.
Well, 28, full-length, albums with bands. And then you have the compilation stuff and the picture disc and the reissues and what have you. It counts up to 44. It's a lot of work. I mean, I have been truly blessed to have been a part of this this business for as long as I have. If you include my stage work and recording work, it totals up to 47 years.
Yes.
Bob,
if it's okay for you, I want to talk about the dark side. Something drastically happens to you in 2020. 2022.
Oh, yeah. 2022. March 8, 2022, I had a stroke.
Yeah.
I suffered a stroke, and I'm telling you, if it wasn't for the stroke, I'd still be going. The stroke forced my retirement. And you know what? It's been great. I've never been happier. While I'm recovering, I do interviews like this, and I've been able to reflect back on my career and all the things I've done. And looking back now, it's like, wow, I did a lot, and I'm very proud of it. And, no matter how it turned out personally between me and the musicians, because, I mean, let's be honest, we're not friends. But I will say this, because of these great musicians that I've been involved with, I was able to put out some good music, play some great shows, play in some fantastic venues, and I have the most loyal fans that an underground guy like me could ever ask for. And I didn't do it alone. I had great musicians around me, and it's because of them I'm here today, and I'm thankful for that.
Bob, check out, go on YouTube and check out Attacker, Keep It True 8. Or Keep It True, this was Keep It True 10, I think, but it was 2008. And check out the comments, because there is one comment from one fan, is this Bob Mitchell? And then you see that the answer, yes, it is. That this completes my bucket list. I always want to hear Bob Mitchell. And this, read this. It's cool. Maybe you answer them, you know. Maybe you give them a heart attack if you answer them, you know. So they are really.
I have to say, since I've been recovering from my stroke, I've been in more touch with my fans, especially lately. And they can't believe I write back to them. And I say hello. And you know, what have you. And I'm like, look, at the end of the day, I'm just a guy. You know, I'm a proud father. I have great kids. I recently became a grandfather. And my grandson, he is my inspiration. He's my motivator. Because of my grandson and my fans that I've accumulated, it has truly helped with my recovery. With the exception of the way I walk. People look at me and they say, you didn't have a stroke, you look great. I'm like, well, thank you for that, but I did have one, but I didn't let it get to me, because the one thing I do know is that when people have a stroke, they basically give up. They accept that this is what it is and this is how I'm going to live. Whereas me, when I came out of it and I looked up, and I made my doctor laugh too. I looked up and I went, is that the best you got? And I'm
but
like,
you know,
no.
you know what, Bob? You are so full of fire. You know, you're not done yet. I tell you what, maybe you're in recovery, but there comes a time because always once on stage, always a stage. Maybe it is a break, but you know what? Look at Paul Diano, for example. Even in a wheelchair he performs, or Grim Reaper, you know. He was with one leg, you know, and prothese, you know, and did his show, you know. The people will love you. And what I saw in this Keep It True, how the people reacted to you, you know, and the chanting attack, you know. This was true. And you're not done yet. This, I tell you, one day you say we put a band together. You are a legend. I mean, you're not dead yet.
No, far from it. And I tell you, I'm the same guy I was now, I am now, than I was then. I haven't changed. If you met me back in 77, I'm the same guy. I haven't changed at all. And one thing I've always had is a desire, not for music, but for life.
Yeah.
I love people. I love living. I love music. And the fact that I have what I have in my life, that's what's kept me going. That's what keeps me motivated. Dean Martin said one day, you got to have a reason to get up. If you don't have a reason to get up, stay in bed.
I love this. Bob, I need a picture with you, because this later on I post this on Facebook. I said I had a great interview. I count to 3 and you make thumbs like this, and I press the button. Okay?
All right.
And 1, 2, 3. Yeah, cool. And what I need from you, a message for METALHEADS Forever. Can you do this?
Of course I can. Hey everybody, this is your old pal Bob Mitchell, and you're watching my good pal Richie Newton interview me on this great show that we all call METALHEADS Forever. Enjoy. Have a great time, and I'll see you on stage, pal.
Thank you so much. This was great. Thank you.
My
I'm
pleasure.
honored.
Thank you. The honor was mine, I assure you.
Yeah, this was great talk. Thank you so much. And I tell you what, when you wrote me this touching email and explained about the stroke, I thought, oh man, and I was looking forward to this interview because I love to talk to the old fellas, like so many already. I love it. I love the young fellas when they bring the magic from the 80s or try to get the magic from the 70s, 80s. But I love also the old fellas who started this in the 70s, 80s. And you are legendary. You are fantastic. Bob, thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Richie.
Bob, I'll let you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All the best.
Love you guys. Europe, I miss you. I love you. I think you already know that. It goes without saying, and I'm so happy that we're all still in touch. And a wise man once said, everybody loves somebody, and I love all of you.
Thank you so much. This was Bob Mitchell.
Ciao.
Up loud. Bye, my friend.
He's alone in it. Here is plea. Why can't you see? His heart has been singing Germany.
Das war der legendäre Bob Mitchell. Jawohl, unglaubliche Story. Ne? Und einen Schlaganfall gehabt, 2022, 8. März. Und er boxt wieder hoch. Und er hat wieder Lebensmut. das ist ja schon zu bewundern. Und ich sage euch eins, der ist noch nicht fertig mit der Welt. Der wird noch mal auf die Bühne kommen. Das dauert, bis er wieder einigermaßen gehen kann und so, aber er sagt, er macht schon super Fortschritte und vielleicht genau sowas braucht er eben, dass man ihm viel Liebe zuwirft und so wie Leute wie jetzt Gisela zum Beispiel, der zehrt von sowas und der hat so viel gemacht, wenn du die ganze History anhörst und schaust, was ist der Wahnsinn. Mit allem möglichen schon gearbeitet, von Motorhead bis Twisted Sister und so, unglaublich. Eine Legende. Ja, super cool. So, liebe Freunde, das war's gewesen für heute. Dienstag ist gerockt und jetzt gibt es noch morgen wieder. Morgen haben wir das Doppelfeature mit Mega Shinkles, Eternal Flame und unsere liebsten Piraten natürlich. Und zwar Pirates in Black mit ein paar neuen Songs, ein paar neue Videos. Und ich hoffe, ich mal die ganze Band wieder. Okay? Morgen dabei sein ab 20 Uhr. Und am Donnerstag haben wir We Are Legend. Eine Show nur. Und danach gibt es die Verlosung. Okay? Ich wünsche euch alle eine gute Nacht. Und wenn ihr krank seid, werdet wieder gesund, wieder Frenchie und so. Werdet gesund und am besten werdet gar nicht krank. Aber ich habe ja selber ein bisschen die verdammt. Ja, ich muss immer husten, wenn ich, das ist das blöd, wenn du Interview hast und musst und die kitzelt schon der Hals, oder da, fuck mich der. So, liebe Freunde, Vorankündigung für morgen und dann gleich raus und ins Bett und Dankeschön und vorbereiten wir morgen wieder. Ich freue mich auf euch wieder. Ab 20 Uhr bin ich wieder für euch da. Okay? Servus, ciao, Vorankündigung und Servus. Gute Nacht, schlaft's gut.
Neu, die METALHEADS FOREVER Rockcast Show Spotify Preview-List. Hier könnt ihr schon mal reinhören, welche geilen Bands euch erwarten in diesem Monat. Die METALHEADS FOREVER Rockcast Show Preview-List on Spotify.